Hi friends, welcome to Crack Grade B. We are back with yet another very important lecture, continuing the series of the ESI Current Affair for 2 days. So this would be the part 3 where we have covered 29th and 30th ESI. So let's begin with the news item number 1. 35 crops variety with special traits. Right, so the Prime Minister of India has dedicated the nation 35 crops variety with special treats through video conferencing. Also, the Prime Minister has inaugurated the newly constructed campus of the National Institute of Biotic Stress Management in Raipur. On this occasion, the Prime Minister also distributed the Green Campus Award to the agriculture universities. When it comes to agriculture news, it becomes important for your ART section as well. So you cannot afford to miss this piece of news, right? So maybe 35 piece of variety 35 crop varieties is something that is related to your phase 1, but certainly this one is not. This is related to your phase 2, the Green Campus Award to all the agriculture universities, right? So let's move to the news item number 2. Amul Honey. So the Union Minister for Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, Shri Narendra Singh Tomar, launched Amul Honey. So who has produced this Amul Honey? A product of Gujarat Cooperative Milk Federation. Okay, Amul company. Simple. Then, and this has been done with the active cooperation from National Bee Board, because honey is something that is produced naturally, right? So honey cannot be produced synthetically. So National Bee Board has actively cooperated for this honey, Amul Honey, right? So let's begin. Let's go to news article number 3. Very important. Quarterly report on public debt management for the quarter ended June 2021. Right. So some of the very important thing that we need to know, that the central government issued dated security worth 3,18,493 crore. Okay, as against 3,46,000 crore in quarter 1 of FY 2021. So it's far less than financial year 2021 quarter 1, right? While repayment was at 1,05,186 crore. So see, out of this 3 lakh, 1 lakh, more than 1 lakh crore has gone for the repayment of the debt in the quarter 1 of FY 2022. During April-June 2021, the central government did not raise any amount through the cash management bill. Did not raise any amount. The Reserve Bank conducted 3 open market purchase under GSAP 1 and 1 special OMO. Through this, the amount has been gathered. Total liabilities, including liability under the public account of the government, as per the provisional data, 1 crore 20 lakh 91,193 crores at the end of this quarter. What was the previous status? It was 1 crore 16 lakh 21,781 crore at the March end. This indicates a quarter-on-quarter increase of 4.4% in quarter 1 financial year 2022 from the previous quarter. So the next news item is new online system for MSME Udyam Registration. So this MSME Udyam Registration portal is being launched by Union Ministry of MSME Ministry when 1st July 2022. Till that time to this time now 50 lakhs, more than 50 lakh MSME has been registered, right? So for with this portal, the complete process of MSME is paperless. Okay. Now some of the micro data. This includes over 47 lakh micro organization and 2.7 lakh small units. So you see, out of this 50 lakhs, so these are those MSME. This were various micro MSME and small, right? So who were very small have registered. Since through this website, the entire process has been made very easy. Okay. So this portal is also integrated with CBDT for taxation, with GST network for GST, and also GEM portal for procurement in the government, right? GEM portal, government e-marketplace. So let's move. So again, this also shows the ease of doing business, right? So this helps in ease of doing business. Number 5. Cotton Corporation of India distributes 5543 Kapas Plücker machine. Okay, so what is Kapas Plücker machine? Understand one thing, right? So when someone pluck the cotton through the hands, the chances of that cotton getting crushed is high. So in US and in US and in Europe, most of the cotton that are plucked using machines, right? So these are those kind of machine which Cotton Corporation of India under its CSR has distributed recently to the uh, to the people who pluck the cotton. How many machines? It's 5,543 machines. So this valued at rupees 4 crore under X CSR initiative, right? This much news is very important. Now, let's move forward with number 6. TRIFED, UNICEF, and WHO promote health with livelihood activity. Right? Focused vaccination campaign in the tribal district. So when the vaccination has launched, even still today, many tribal and backward villages they are still hesitant to take the vaccination because they have different notion in their mind regarding side effects. Right? So TRIFED, UNICEF, and WHO combinedly is promoting health and livelihood activity, especially in the tribal belt, right? Through what? Through 45,000 One Dhan self-help group. Okay, so it is leveraging the self-help group, 45,000 One Dhan self-help group of the tribal corporation of the TRIFED, right? To promote livelihood with health, and out of this campaign, 6.73 crore COVID vaccine administered under the campaign, right? 6.73 crore. So that's huge number. So the campaign focused on three words, right? So these are the three Hindi words, three J. Jivan, Jivika, and Jagrukta, right? Jivan, Jivika, and Jagrukta. So let's move forward with the next news article. NARCL expects to recover up to rupees 64,000 crore. Now see, now what is NARCL? So you might have heard bad bank, bad bank, bad bank. So this National Asset Reconstruction Company is a kind of bad bank, right? So this bank will absorb the uh, NPA from different bank, and then it will try to resolve and get those assets monetized, right? Expects to recover between 50,000 crore to rupees 64,000 crore through the resolution of bad loan amounting to rupees 2 trillion. So what is the amount for the bad loan? That's 2 trillion. And what this NARCL expects to recover somewhere between 50,000 crore to 64,000 crore. The NARCL dubbed as the bad bank. So NARCL is also known as the bad bank, which will buy bad loans of bank at 18% of their book value of rupees 2 trillion worth source assets. So what happens? This NARCL will buy at 18% discount. Very important, right? 18% discount of the book value, which comes out to around 36,000 crore. About 15% of rupees 36,000 crore would be paid by NARCL to banks in cash, and the remaining 85% would be through security receipts guaranteed by the central government, right? So 15% means around 36,000, sorry, 15% of 36,000 will be paid in cash. Rest will be paid in securities guaranteed by the central government, right? So maybe bond and whatever center issues. So let us see how the target is defined. So you have seen the target is somewhere between 50,000 to 64,000 crore. So if the recovery is 25%, it's 50,000. If the recovery is 27, it's 54. If it is 28, it's 56. And in that sense, if it is 32, the amount is 64,000 crore, right? So let's move to the next news article. The Department of Youth Affairs of the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Government of India, right? So has launched Clean India program from 1st October 2021 to 31st October 2021, right? So see, this is a news that we can relate it to uh, phase 1, right? But why this news is important for the phase 2 as well? Because Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is a very important thing which is getting discussed almost every day, and almost every day something or the other thing is happening in the country relating to Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Now, what if in description you had a question related to it? So, and it's really not possible to by heart all the activities under the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. So read as many as activities that you come across that is going through or going by the name of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, so that whatever you remember, you can put your brain and write and make your answer look different from all others, right? So the program is being organized in 6 lakh villages of 744 districts across the country through the networks of Nehru Yuva Kendra Sangathan, right? So this Clean India program from 1st October 2021 to 31st October 2022. And what this Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports is doing, it is running a campaign for Clean India program, right? Through the network of Nehru Yuva Kendra Sangathan. I hope you will not ignore this kind of news. Then let's move to the next news article, that is PM chairs 38 Pragati meeting. Okay, so what is Pragati Meeting? So every year the Prime Minister of India reviews the developmental activities going on, right? And that is known as Pragati Meeting. So recently 38th meeting has concluded. Okay. So ICT based multi-modal platform for proactive government and timely implementation. So everything government has reviewed. 8 projects were reviewed. 4 from the Ministry of Railway, 2 from the Ministry of Power, 1 from Ministry of Road and Transport, and 1 from Highway and Ministry of Civil Aviation. Okay, having a cumulative of around 50,000 crore. All these 8 projects is somewhere around 50,000 crore. The project pertains to 7 state-based. So these are the 7 states that this project comprises of. Okay, so in the previous 37 Pragati Meeting, 297 projects having a total cost of 14.3 lakh crore has been reviewed. Okay, so much more in 37th meeting than from the 38th meeting, right? So let's move forward with the next news article, National Export Insurance Account Scheme. Okay, then government approves continuation of National Export Insurance Account Scheme and infusion of rupees 1650 crore granting it over a period of 5 years. Over a period of 5 years, this NEIA would get rupees 1650 crore from the central government. Right? Now, NEA Trust was established in 2006. So when it was established, it is in existence from 2006. Means from the time when there used to be the Planning Commission and not the Niti Aayog. Okay, to promote project export from India that are of the strategic and national importance. So when Niti Aayog was not there, all this kind of agency were powerful and were doing multiple activities. And when the Niti Aayog came, so it has adopted the workings of many small organizations, right? So one by one they are going. Now, read this data. This data is from a report, assuming that an average 75% Indian content in the project in terms of report export to jobs by World Bank and International Labour Organization. It is estimated that around 12,000 workers will move into formal sector. Very, very important. As per the report, 12,000 workers will move into formal sector from an informal sector. Further, total worker number of formal, both formal and informal, will increase by 2.6 lakh in the relevant sector as per the estimates based on the report. Right? I hope this is clear. So the next piece of news is cabinet approved listing of Export Credit Guarantee Corporation. Right? So listing means releasing its IPO. Right? So what's the other company? The other company is LIC. Right? And recently LIC has invited the application for Chief Financial Officer for the process of IPO. Right? So now let's continue with the news. ECGC, an unlisted CPSE, Central Public Sector Enterprise, through the initial public offering on the stock exchange under SEBI rules forever. Right? So it intends to increase the maximum liability to rupees 2.03 lakh crore from 1 lakh crore by 2025-2026. So this amount, the rest of the 1 lakh crore is the amount that this ECGC is looking from the market. Right? So nothing more important there. Next piece of news article is rupees 44,000, sorry, 4,400 crore investment in ECGC Limited. Now, government approved rupees 4,400 crore investment in ECGC Limited in 5 years to provide support to exporters as well as bank. Then see, capital infusion of rupees how much through the IPO exercise? It's 88,000 crore. So this is in continuation to the last news article that we have read, right? But since it was mentioned separately, so we thought of doing it separately, right? So to propel an addition export of rupees 5.82 lakh crore over 5-year period. So ECGC plays a very important role when it comes to export, right? So giving them with this amount is obviously going to help and increase the export. So the target is 5.82 lakh crore over a period of 5 years, right? So out of this amount, 500 crore will be infused in the current fiscal, means in this fiscal going on, and another 500 crore will be infused in financial year 2023, right? And rest of the amount would be given as and when required, right? So this is what was in the news. So now, and this will help create 59 lakh new jobs, including 2.6 lakh in the formal sector. Now, what are the other thing that has been approved with this is extension of foreign trade policy up to March 21st, 2022. Then release of 56,027 crore in September 2021 to liquidate all pending arrears, right? Then a role of remission of duties and export product with a sanction amount of 12,454 crore in financial year 2021-2022. Then common digital platform for certificate of origin launched to facilitate trade and increase FTA, means free trade agreement utilization by the exporter. So, in the recent past, there was a news that the all the e-commerce platform, those are selling the product of the foreign companies, mean directly imported product, right? They will have to mention the country of origin, right? So this is related to that news. So the certificate is being given by ECGC, Common Digital Platform for Certificate of Origin, where a product can be labeled as it is manufactured in which country, made in China, made in Vietnam, made in Thailand, okay, so maybe in USA, so whatever. Then in addition to in terms of report, export to jobs published by the World Bank and International Labour Organization ILO in Feb 2019. So old news, but this has been discussed very recently in this news, so it becomes important. 5.82 lakh crore export will lead to formalization of 2.6 lakh job workers. So here the the amount and the target that it seeks to propel the additional export is 5.82 lakh crores. Where this amount is coming? It is coming from this report, right? Which has said now it will lead to formalization of 2.6 lakh workers. So read this line will help create 59 lakh job, including 2.5 lakh in informal sector. So this is coming from a report by the World Bank and ILO in Feb 2019. Name of the report was Export to Jobs, right? So very important point. Okay. Now let's move to the next news article, that is PM Poshan in school for 5 more years. Means the Prime Minister Poshan Abhiyan scheme has been continued for the next 5 financial years, right? From 2021-22 to 2025-26 has approved the continuation of national scheme for PM Poshan in schools. What would be the financial outlay? It would be 54,061.73 crores. Very important. From the central government and 31,733.13 crore, 17 crore from the state government and union territory administration. Right? So union government and the state government both are giving a very good amount. So you will have to remember both. Central government will also bear additional cost of about 45,000 crore on food grains. Okay, the central government will bear the cost of food grain, that is in the tune of 45,000 crore. Therefore, the total scheme budget will be this much: 1,30,794.90 crore. Okay, you have to remember this amount. The scheme covers about 11.80 crore children studying in 11.20 lakh schools across the country. During 2020-21, the Government of India invested more than 24,400 crore in the scheme, including the cost of 11,500 crore on the food grains. Right? So, very important news. So, recently Poshan 2.2 has been launched. Right? So, let's move to the next news article, that is ECLGS scope expanded and scheme extended till 31st 3 2022. Emergency Credit Line Guarantee Scheme. So this scheme was launched when COVID came. So this has been extended to over 1.15 crore MSME. So as of 24th September 2021, loan section has crossed 2.86 lakh crore. Very important point. And out of the total guaranteed issues, about 95% of the guaranteed issues are the loans sanctioned to MSME. Means out of this 2.86 lakh crore, 95% is to MSME. Then, with a view to support various businesses impacted by second COVID-19 pandemic, it has been decided to extend the timeline of ECLGS till 31st 3 2022, or till guarantee of an amount of rupees 4.9 crore are issued under this scheme, whichever is earlier. So till now it's 2.86 lakh crore. Let's say within 2 months it completes 4.5 lakh crore. Then the scheme is going to stop, or it will continue till 31st 03 2022. Okay, so whichever is earlier, the scheme will follow that. Further, the last date of disbursement under the scheme has also been extended to 36 2022. Right? So this can be the last disbursement date. So let's move forward and get some more detail. The following modification has been made in the scheme to enable support to business impacted by the second wave of COVID-19. So there is a synchronized. So existing borrower under ECLGS 1 and 2 would be eligible for an additional credit up to how? Up to 10% of the total credit outstanding. Okay. Then, so these are old news which you have already learned. Still, let us go through it so that it helps you as a revision. Then, business who have not availed assistance under ECLGS 1 or 2 can avail credit support up to 30% of their outstanding as of 31st 03 2021. Right? Dates are not important, but yes, those who have not availed in 1 or 2 can avail in 3 up to 30% of their outstanding. So if there is outstanding, there has to be a date, and the date is 31st03/2021. Business in sector is specified under ECLGS 3.0 who have previously not availed ECLGS can avail credit guarantee up to 40% of their outstanding to a maximum of 200 crore per borrower. Okay. Then incremental credit can be availed within this limit by existing ECLGS borrower whose eligibility increased because of change in cutoff date. Okay. So the cutoff date has been changed, means the outstanding amount is going to change. So whatever the outstanding, the limit, incremental limit can be again borrowed by the investor. So that's the change that was made. Then accordingly, borrower who have availed assistance under ECLGS and whose credit outstanding as on 31st03/2022 excluding support under ECLGS is higher than. So see, these are completely dates, not very much important. So nowhere dates are important, but understand how things had happened. Those who have not done in 1 and 2 was eligible for an outstanding up to 10%, right? And again, same those who did not took on ECLGS 3.2 where 40% were given the benefit of 40% of their outstanding for up to 200 crore for a certain date. Then the incremental credit. So there was an date change, and due to the date change, their outstanding got changed, and then the outstanding got changed. So there is an increased credit, so that incremental credit limit can be borrowed. So these are the few changes that were made in the ECLGS scope, right? But the news item that you have to remember here is the scope has been extended, right? What's the maximum amount? It's 4.5 lakh crore. What's the amount sanctioned till date? It's 2.86 lakh crore. So what's the percentage of MSME out of it? It's 97% of the loan has been given to MSME out of 2.86 lakh crore rupees. Right? Now, what's the last disbursement date? It's 30/06/2022. Okay. So let's move forward with the next piece of news article, that is India Exports Initiative and India Exports 2020-21 portal. So the government has launched a portal, right? Union Minister of MSME, Shri Narayan has launched it. So MSME exports are going to play a role of catalyst in restoring the strength of Indian economy. Absolutely, because there is huge number of MSME in India at the first place. It provides lots of job opportunities in India. Second thing, third thing to note is that most of the MSMEs are involved in manufacturing small things, right? So very important part of the economy. So MSME are also known as growth engine of the economy, right? So that's why. With more than 63 million MSME spread across the geographical expanse of India, MSME have been contributing nearly 40% of India's overall exports. Look, 40% of India's overall export, contributing to approximately 6.11% of country's manufacturing GDP and 24.63% of the GDP from service sector. So MSME contributes 6.11% in the GDP from the manufacturing sector and 24.63% from the service sector. So very big contribution, and 40% of the total export comes from the MSME, right? So the initiative features an info portal. An info portal has been launched, which serve as a knowledge base for export by Indian MSME with the required information related to export potential for all 456 tariff line, along with the potential markets as well as trends in exports, export procedures, and lots more. Right? Apart from an expert help desk, instructor-led orientation will also be provided to MSME through series of session. So they basically it's a capacity building program, right? Where all the information is being put through. How to export, how to take credit, what are the credit lines, what are the different type of rules. There would be courses so that people uh, can understand, right, the nature of business, the nature of export, and can certainly help their own business to get their product listed or sold in international markets, right? So this is an info portal. The initiative targets 1 plus lakh MSME desirous of knowing more about export and handholding 30,000 plus MSME to start exporting, doubling the base of active exporters, right? So yes, there are many businesses in India who are doing very wonderful job when it comes to manufacturing, but maybe due to knowledge they are not able to sell their product internationally. So this kind of initiative, with the help of an info portal, with the help of giving them training in terms of capacity building, obviously things will grow up, right? So this is very good material for your descriptive writing. Okay, you can write it in ease of doing business. You can write it in empowerment. You can write it when you write something about economy, because MSME is growth engine, right? So you can relate. 40% of the export is coming from MSME. So you cannot miss this point when you write something on the economy. Okay, so let's move with the last news article, that is RBI takes Indian Overseas Bank out of prompt corrective action framework. Right? So this IOB, this is a Chennai-based bank, right, headquartered in Chennai. IOB under the PCA framework on 2015, right? So as of March 2021, its NPA declined to 3.8% of the from 5.5% in March 2015. So when it was put under the PCA prompt corrective action, 5.86% was the NPA. Now it's 3.58%. It posted a net profit of rupees 831 crore in FY 2021 as against the net loss of rupees 454.33 crore in financial year 15. Okay. Reserve Bank of India has taken public sector lender Indian Overseas Bank out of prompt corrective action. So this was the news. So with this, we have come to the end of this lecture. Let's meet in another lecture from your current affairs section and from the different section. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Wish you very good luck from the team Crack Grade B. Before I say goodbye, I would like to remind you to visit the website and look up on our course for NABARD Grade A and Grade B. Right. So this is one of the most economical and best course available in the country. Why I say the best course? Uh, we would not say, rather we would ask you to go ahead and check by yourself by downloading the app from Google Play Store and going to our YouTube channel. You can find some uh, reviews of the students who are working on the respective organization, and they have given the review of our course in a video. So you can watch them and make a fair decision. With this, thank you and happy learning. Let's meet in the other lecture.